Way to go.
You
have to ask a question.
What is sex?
Okay, start it.
The first thing that I think about sex is a man and a woman sleeping together, and that's what I view as sex. But our construction of sex has been defined in recent terms to include women and women, and men, and transgender people and other people. So I think that's a very informative sexual experience that people are getting used to.
The descriptor used to colloquially describe the differences biologically in gender.
Of course you give a textbook answer.
What is sex to you?
God, I'm feeling spot on right now.
Yeah.
It's the bond between two people it's special. It's special. I feel like our day and age has definitely made it more casual and has lost that specialness and the bond between that, which I find is frustrating. I feel it's a basic human nature thing.
A mistake. Next question.
It's you go ahead.
You go ahead first.
You go ahead.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. Sex
yeah,
is
well,
like
so am I. I am also trying to think.
something you share between a person that kind of satisfies your needs, and it's like an exchanging of something that's sort of like, I don't know, like important to you or kind of important to you depending on like how you treat sex, I guess. It's just something most people do for fun. It's just kind of like a basic like human thing you do.
It's a reproductive activity, I suppose, that is also performed for leisure, as well as it's also objectified a lot, which is bad.
It's a biological thing.
Yeah, sex
It's biological.
biological. I mean, you could also do it as like intercourse as well. People think of it that way. But that's a whole different story.
Yes. Anything you want to make it.
Love. It is an action between two people to resemble love, right?
Sex?
Yeah.
Like intercourse or like identity?
Either. Whatever you want to.
I don't know, social constructions of identity and intimacy as, related to like hegemony and society.
Like the act or the like, no.
However you want to interpret.
Well, I guess you could identify with the sex, so female or male.
What is sex? I think sex describes us. Yeah, I think it's one of the most important things of the world because everything is sex related. It's how we deal with our society, learning, everything has to do with sex. Right? That's what I think.
How about you?
No, I apologize for answering. I don't want to answer.
You don't want to answer?
Oh God,
That's out of nowhere. You got this, Mackenzie.
Like sexual intercourse, like when he is in his vagina, like love chemistry and stuff like that, or meaningless sex,
I think there's two types. There's like meaningless sex that you have, that some people have. I don't know, not everybody has it, and then there's actual. Did I say meaningful sex already? I get really uncomfortable.
It's okay.
And then I guess there's just like fucking, which is not really sex, but yeah.
My turn.
I don't know. I think you're right too, Leah, but then I don't want to like say anything politically incorrect, but then like I don't know what about like gay couples and stuff, because I remember in a psychology class someone asked us and I forgot the answer and I wish I knew it now. But no, because like
No, I know what you're saying.
because it's not always like penis and vagina sort of.
I think it's just like
Intimacy between people that love each other or just people that don't give a shit about each
Yeah.
other. I think there's like
That's
the two.
good.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you guys.
Is when a man and a woman, or a man and a man and a woman engage in physical relations, whether that be actual penetration or just normal interaction between a guy and a girl.
Any way you want to take that.
It's a heavy question. I think that it has a lot of definitions. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the physical thing.
Okay, I think
But it
sex
also doesn't
is
have to
the
be like
physical
gender.
thing.
That's what you immediately think of?
Yes.
Well, I guess that's because
The
we're 20. Physical interaction. I feel like there's more
physical
to it.
interaction between two people.
It's so crazy. You
That
never
feels
actually
like-
think that that's a word that has so much meaning. Are we doing good?
Yeah, you're doing great.
What else?
Well, because it could also be gender,
Oh, it could be gender.
sexual orientation. But then sex is also like, oh, they're sexy. Like there's a whole like almost like culture to it.
Yeah.
But I guess the like what people our age think of is
Physical interaction between people. Oh, that means gender. Yeah. Or sex. Yeah.
What is sex?
Yeah.
In what context?
Any context you want.
Any context? I need a pathway.
Just first thing. that
Sex
comes
is
to your mind.
between two humans. What do you have a take on this?
Animals reproducing.
Yeah, I'd go with that. Yeah.
What is sex?
Yes.
Sex is, I would say that's a physical activity between two consenting people. That's, yeah, you know, anything else?
Yeah, that's your.
I mean, in what context though?
However you take that question.
Gender.
Gender?
Like how, like the biological way that you're born, I guess.
I'm actually writing about my LGBT paper right now.
It's nice. Very nice. Anyone can start.
Biological process.
We still have this like side.
I would say the biological process of mating.
We can put just
Yeah, reproduction.
and also fun.
When it comes to humans, very strange sometimes.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. Yeah.
Don't put that on the internet.
So what is it?
Intercourse. Yeah.
Alan can tell you a lot about it.
Yeah. My dream. What? There you go. It's like penis going into the vagina. In its simplest form.
Anyone else want to answer the question?
I think he summed it up pretty well.
Great.
Sometimes it's meaningful, sometimes it's not.
Okay.
Alan, tell us about it.
Thanks, guys.
I don't know.
I'd say it's like if you say you're like having sex, you're having sex. Like it's whatever you want to define it as between like you and the person that you're doing it with.
I suppose the physical act of engaging with another person, utilizing your genitalia in some way, perhaps. But also, there's the issue of like sex versus gender, and like, you know, you're like you're born with a specific sex, but also people assume that you're born with gender, but like we genderize people, but gender isn't really, you know, a real thing type deal. But yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That too.
Social major. Woo!
Intercourse? It's when a penis goes into a vagina.
What is sex? Sex is a social construct. People think of sex as a binary male and female, but that erases the intersex community. It is a spectrum similar to gender, and that's what I have to say about sex.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Question: what is sex?
It's a social relation.
Okay.
Sure. Do you want me to elaborate?
If you want to.
No,
sure.
it's a sex is a socially constructed relationship. That's all. So.
Great. And then how does that play a role in the education system?
Sex?
Yes.
Well, I think it should play an important role. I think that there should be sex education classes in elementary school, as a matter of fact. I think that sex has to be understood in distinction from gender. I think that very often sex and gender are coupled together in ways that discriminate, objectify, demonize, and in some cases criminalize human beings. So I think that the issue of sex, the issue of gender, the issue of social justice are all themes that need to be addressed in our educational system, with, of course, an understanding of the developmental levels of students throughout the school system.
Great. Thank you.
Okay.